Yeah.
So here we are. We're getting ready to watch the next episode.
Hey guys, remember when we talked about how Jack isn't always right? And you guys like you're hating on him and stuff.
No, but now that he's humble.
I think that if they just listened to him, we wouldn't have gotten that sad scene.
Are you sure?
I am sure. I think he figured it out.
Probably. But he's in more of a learning place than he used to be. That's why he knows more better.
Well, he figured it out when he was with Richard.
Because he's already smart, but he also is being a good student now.
I know, but that was a moment where they had to listen to him and they didn't. He figured out with Richard when the dynamite thing where he was like, I don't think anything's going to happen.
Right.
He figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Jack is always right.
All right.
Alright, well let's just change your shirt then, Team Jack.
Yeah.
This is funny.
Oh, I see.
Doing it for the laugh.
Alright.
You can
So-
stretch your shirt out.
Huh?
You're gonna stretch it out how much you pulled it up like that.
I know.
It's pretty big on me.
It's got permanent. Hannah picked it out.
I know.
It's got permanent finger marks.
Looks like he has boobies.
You have armpit boobs.
Yeah. Boobies.
This is so good. The quality of this is amazing.
Hogwarts. This episode.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want out of this episode coming off of the deaths of three of our candidates?
Here.
Well,
Jesus Christ,
two
Jeremy.
potentially.
I'm not
We
like-
don't
Are
know.
you
sorry.
asking me to move over before you sit all your weight on me? You already stepped
I'm not
all
a-
your weight on my foot.
I'm not a good
Another 5
communicator.
minutes.
Gosh, he's just trying to kill me with his body weight.
How come? What happened here?
Okay.
Can you
Sorry,
You guys are always
Everyone's
like,
gonna have to
why don't
adjust
you
for
put out
you."
more videos? Why don't you guys just shoot more videos? This is why. It's like so hard.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is that comfortable for
It
you?
is more comfortable, actually.
Good.
Hey, it's better for the camera
feeling
too.
so
Look
good
at
and
that.
cuddly.
You were complaining.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
Did you want to be close to me because you're sad that the lovers died?
Get Reggie.
I agree with Hannah though. I think that I feel like people are gonna come back or something.
I don't think it's going to
There's
be
just
that
so
happy.
many.
I
There's,
don't
there's
believe
two
that.
timelines. They might be in purgatory. Like they're coming back.
I don't think.
They're not dead in both timelines, so I'm not
Right.
gonna.
I'm glad you guys feel that way, though.
Yeah.
What do I want out of this episode? I would like...
This probably looks really trashy. Can we?
I would like to see Desmond this episode. What he knows. Or what he thinks he knows.
And who knows?
Desmond.
Desmond. Ah, you want to see more Desmond in this
I
episode.
want to see more Desmond. I want to see what... And I guess I would like some clarity on if Charles is a good guy or not. Can't really... I mean, I know he's bad, but, like, I'm really confused of his motive, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he started to seem like he's the good guy.
Because he, like,
he's trying to keep the evil.
black smoke. Yeah, but then he was all like, okay, Tina Fey, kill everyone. And it was like, what? You know? So I'm curious to see. Unless he thinks that they're part of why Black Smoke took Desmond. Because he's pissed they want Desmond back. So remember when Tina Fey came to the camp and was like, she is Tina Fey.
Yes.
That's
Knockoff.
the only way I will
The
refer to
knockoff.
her. That's the only way I will refer. Yeah, knockoff is implied, but I will only refer to her as Tina Fey moving forward. I don't need to know her name.
You don't?
Yeah, I do.
What about Tina
Zoe.
Fake?
Zoe? Tina Fake. Perfect.
Yes, that was
So
good.
that was really great. So when Tina Fake came, all the other people were with them, so she probably was like, yeah, they're working for Black Smoke Guy, they don't have Desmond, let's just kill them, right?
Right.
They're worthless to us. Well, actually, no, because they put him in a cage, they didn't want to kill them, they only want to kill Kate. Well, love
I don't know
to hear
how-
more about Charlie Charles, too. What's going on
I don't know
there.
how any of this was part of Whitmore's plan. I don't understand at all.
I know, I don't understand what Whitmore's doing, really.
Where even is he? Is he still alive?
At his
Hopefully he wasn't on the
electromagnetic
sub.
fortress.
Maybe he died off screen.
Right, because he's such
Like,
an...
that's gonna happen.
And he's such an unimportant character, they probably just...
Yeah.
Tina Fake's gonna be like, he's dead, guys.
Alright, well, let's watch this episode then. Episode 15, Across the Sea.
Across the sea. So I guess they're leaving Hydra Island, perhaps?
Oh.
No previously. Someone gonna come up? What?
Who was that?
It's Sun?
No.
Oh.
It did kind of look like her.
Oh, this is a different.
times. This is in the past because her hair looks like.
Subs aren't made of wood. I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh, time to introduce a new character.
I mean,
Pregnant looking.
yeah.
Wait. Is that the black smoke guy's mom?
I mean,
Oh.
oh,
Oh,
gross.
she's bleeding.
Didn't he say she was crazy though?
How could she not be crazy? Oh my god.
That's Allison Jane.
It is Elsa Janney.
And the rest of your people.
There's only me.
How long have
Every
you...
question I answer will simply lead to another question. You should rest.
It's coming.
She wants that
It's the island, the fertility island thing. Right?
I'm telling you, it's the dark smoke
baby.
guy.
With Jacob.
I'm gonna name
Jacob
him.
doesn't have dark hair.
His name is Jacob.
Oh.
You're right.
Twins!
Shut up.
That's why.
Jacob and Esau.
There's another baby. It's another boy.
I only picked one name.
Oh my gosh. She wants that baby, she's gonna kill her.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Is there all these violent ways to do that?
Will you show me how to play? If you promise not to tell Mother.
She is terrifying.
I know.
Jacob told you what I found.
Of course he did. Jacob doesn't know how to lie. It's not like you. That's why I left it for you.
Came from you.
Of course it did. Where else would it come from?
Across the sea.
The island is all there is.
Oh.
This is a problematic parenting technique.
We saw people. Men.
They looked like us. They're not like us. They don't belong here. We are here for a reason.
What reason? What makes them dangerous?
The same thing that makes all men dangerous. They come, they fight, they destroy, they corrupt, and it always ends the same. I've made it so you can never hurt each other.
Whoa.
What is this place?
This is the reason we're here. And if the light goes out here, it goes out everywhere. And so I protected this place. But I can't protect it forever.
Then who will?
It will have to be one of you.
You made the rules. I found it. One day you can make up your own game and everyone else will have to follow your rules.
Is that cave they were in the same cave that they found water in with the skeletons? I wonder.
Good
Is
question.
Jacob actually the bad one?
Right?
Right, I've literally been thinking that.
There are many things across the sea. You come from across the sea too. No, that's not true. That's not what my mother told me. She's not your mother. I am.
Yep, that's pretty much why he's fucked up.
Jacob, wake up.
Looks like the cave.
She lied about everything. All of it. I know you don't understand, but you have to come with me. I don't want to go by myself. We can't. Mother loves us. She doesn't love us. Stop! It was all a lie! Stop it! She's not even our mother!
Oh! Whoa!
Jacob! What are you doing?
I'm your mother.
You killed my mother.
Ever you have been told you will never be able to leave this island.
That's not true. One day I can prove it.
Is there a reason they're still not giving us his name?
Yeah.
I've lived among them for 30 years. They're greedy, manipulative, untrustworthy, and selfish.
And why are you with them?
They're a means to an end.
When?
Getting off the island?
I'm leaving, Jacob. Found a way off the island.
No, it's impossible. There is no way off the island.
Oh. With the dagger that is used to kill people.
Good catch, Jeremy.
And oh gosh, you're all over it.
It's Roman in
There
design.
are very
Good
smart
words.
men among us. Men who are curious about how things work. Together we have discovered places all over this island where metal behaves strangely. When we find one of these sites, we dig. And this time we found something.
What did he say to you, Jacob?
Sadie's finally found a way to leave the island.
She's unwell.
Yeah, I would say so.
What is that?
It's a wheel. We're going to make an opening, and then I'm going to attach that wheel to a system we're building. A system that channels the water and the light. I'll finally be able to leave this place.
She's gonna do something to her hard leg or something.
What you already did.
I am so sorry.
Oh. What? Who is she? What is her?
Is she the black smoke?
She is.
Jacob.
What's her deal?
What's down there?
Life, death, rebirth. It's the source, the heart of the island.
Good one.
See?
Cursing? Doing spelling?
Drink this.
What happens if I do?
You accept the responsibility that you will protect this place for as long as you can. And then you'll have to find your replacement.
I don't want to
Oh.
take this place.
Someone has to.
I don't care.
My time is over.
Why? Why is your
It
time
has to
over?
be you, Jacob.
No, it doesn't. You wanted it to be him. But now I'm all you have.
You don't really have a choice. Now,
Great
you
job.
and I are the same.
That's not even his mom.
So what? So she killed him?
She
I was
definitely.
really surprised by that because he didn't fight back at all. How did she do that?
Why is he not allowed to go? Why does it matter?
There's no whys here. They just are. Oh damn.
Wow, I actually feel really bad for both of them.
Be careful.
I'll see you back home.
No, you won't. There it is.
Thank you.
You can't kill me, Jacob. You demanded that. You can't.
Don't worry, brother. I'm not going to kill
He's
you.
gonna throw him down the well with a boat.
You want to leave this place, brother? Then go.
Same cave. Oh.
Who are they? Where are they coming from?
Skeletons?
Did you guys shoot a polar bear last week?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Who were these men?
Actually, one of them's female.
Our very own Adam and Eve. Goodbye, brother. Goodbye.
That scene was from like the 5th episode.
I'm confused. 100% confused.
How is he dead if he's also the Black Smoke? And
Our very own Adam and Eve.
also a million other questions.
Questions.
No, I think I got it. I got it figured out. I know everything.
First of all-
what happened to his brother?
What happened to his brother?
How
Who the
is he
fuck
been-
was
He
his
takes
mom?
on the form of his brother at some point. So is that
What's the Black Smoke? Is the Black Smoke not even his brother?
Right.
did he just take on the form of his brother? Was his mom the darkness before?
Did
Was
who
there no
did,
darkness before?
Why
Did-
can't he leave?
did who take on the form of his brother?
The black smoke.
The black smoke, because we see now that his body was laid there, and with the jump forward,
Yeah.
we know his body didn't get up from that point and walk away.
Right.
He doesn't
He doesn't come
wake
back to life.
up. His body, his physical body, decayed there.
Yeah.
The same way we see John's body
Mm-hmm.
as the black smoke, but his real body also was next to him. So the black smoke must be taking on the form of his brother.
Sure.
Or was taking on the form of his brother at some point, because
Right, because he
his
looks
actual body decays, and we know that because we see it
right.
hundreds of years later, still there.
So, if we listen to what fake John said when in his conversation with Jack, he can only take on the form of people who have died.
Okay.
And of course, he has died, so he can take on the form of his previous self, as he did in the episodes with Richard's backstory, because at that point he was already dead.
Right.
He was the Black Smoke.
Yeah.
And how did he become the Black Smoke? Because Jacob made that happen.
Put him in the golden
She,
goose.
Golden
she,
Goose.
Alice and Janney, that's just what I'm going to call her, mother, she put, she told Jacob when she took him there and made him the protector of the island, she said, just promise me you'll never ever go down there.
Right.
Right.
And he said, what will happen? She said, I think she said nothing good.
It's worse than. She said it's worse.
It's
than
worse
that.
than death. So
But
absolutely never
But
go
the
down.
question, okay, we know that. But the question is, what did happen?
Right.
What
Yeah.
does happen when you go down there? Do you
That's-
get the Is it the opposite of what? Is she saying it's goodness, but it's actually?
Well, she said it's life, death, rebirth, everything.
It isn't not good nor bad.
Right.
Neither is it
It is.
at all.
And it was.
But it's not.
And it
And
will
it
be.
is.
And just to pull forth something that Jeremy's been saying, how vague.
So fucking vague.
We're all assuming that Mother really had answers.
Maybe she didn't.
Maybe she doesn't.
So nobody.
We're all assuming that Jacob knows what he's talking about.
He doesn't.
But he's basing it off of what he's been told. What did she base it
Yeah,
off
he looked
of?
like an idiot in this
Who-
episode.
He for sure looked like an idiot.
Like
Right.
I'm telling you, he looked like somebody who'd been trapped or
Yeah.
who'd been taken and abducted as a child and had that syndrome where you
Yeah.
and he
The
just
whole-
does
there's-
whatever she says.
There's nothing outside of this island.
And now you're 43 years old.
Well, but clearly
And-
he knows there's something outside of the island because he's gone to visit the candidates. So he's been off the island.
Now,
Right, but like that's what's confusing.
at what point did he
Why
learn
why
that?
can his brother not leave the island? Why is this such a huge deal? Why did he simply just kill his brother because his mom said his brother was bad and wrong because he was jealous of his brother, probably. And then
Remember when
I knew I didn't like Jacob.
And why
from the
did she
beginning.
kill everybody?
Right.
Because
Or
they were going to
Jacob.
help him leave the island?
See, but Jacob obviously doesn't believe that because in the present he's always trying to bring people to the island to prove that they're good. And the mom says they're bad, and the brother said they're bad. But Jacob now is of the thought that he thinks people are good. At least that's what it was a few episodes ago.
And at some point that wheel gets built.
Right.
Or they turn the whatever. Somebody builds that.
Right. Right.
So...
whether it's
And that starts the time travel then. It's
Is
not
it
no one
what's his
gets off
face?
the island when you turn the wheel. It starts time travel. So is that
well,
what
the island moves, right?
right.
So maybe he thinks it allows him off the island, but it actually just moves the island?
Or maybe it doesn't.
Or maybe this is all a dream and they're going to wake up on Oceanic Flight 815 and be like, and everybody's been drugged.
And they're
Quaaludes.
Nuts or pretzels.
Quaaludes.
Yeah, Quaaludes
Nuts
were
or
in the
pretzels?
peanuts.
Or
sorry guys, we had an oxygen malfunction, and everybody probably hallucinated for the past 2 hours.
Whatever.
But
you
we're
do.
landing in LAX right now.
or they wake up
That's
and
what I think happens.
Leonardo DiCaprio is right there, and he's like, "I just inceptioned yo ass.
Yo ass.
Dream within a dream, bitches."
Remember when Jacob and Man in Black were playing that game, and Jacob did a move, and Man
And
in
he
Black
said at some point, you get to make up the game and you get to
Right.
make up the rules, and that was obviously very foreshadowing for this
Yes.
whole game that Jacob has made to play with all these people.
Exactly.
Is that what you were
Well,
going to say?
I'm just speculating. What would you do if you were put into a position where nobody told you what the fuck? Just like with the button, with Desmond pushing
Yeah.
the button.
I
Like,
know what
who
the fuck.
you're only basing your existence off of somebody who told you what you were supposed to believe and what you were supposed to do.
Well,
So
that's
you think that
religion.
he's playing Whose Line Is It Anyway, where the rules are made up and the points don't
the
matter?
points don't matter.
I mean, seriously.
That's religion. That's faith.
I mean, how
Yeah.
do the whole question of like you two can't hurt each other? I made it that way. Well,
Do
is
they
that
actually
true?
know that?
Yeah.
Is that true? Have we put that to the test? Have we tried that?
Well, the same with Jack saying, the same with fake Locke saying, I could kill you guys at any time. And they just believe that to be true, but then Jack saying, I don't actually think that's true, even though that's what he's saying.
Right.
Or when
What
Jacob
are
says
the
like,
rules?
when Jacob says,
Well,
"What
he couldn't
about
kill.
you?"
He couldn't kill Desmond. He had to make Saeed go do it.
Right before Jacob dies, he says, "What about you?" Maybe his question was like, "Bro, I don't know. What about you?
What about you?
I don't know. I
Is
don't
that
know
what Jacob
anything."
said when he died?
That's when Ben said, "What about me?" And he said, "What about you?" And he said, "Well then."
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know.
So he's playing a fucking game.
So it's kind of
Ooh.
Jacob's fault that the black smoke is out of the
Yes.
cave.
Correct.
100%.
That's what we just learned, is that
The fact that
all of
evil
this is
even
Jacob's fault.
exists is Jacob Adam?
Pandora's box.
Is
maybe?
Jacob like Adam and Eve? He brought evil to the world
Maybe it is
by
Pandora's
throwing his
box.
brother
So
in there?
wouldn't that make Jacob...
Jacoby.
God?
No, it would make him Eve?
Well, I think he represents
I
both.
think he would be the apple. Oh, it's the game.
Oh my god.
Is there like rules to it?
Yes.
Oh wait, we can play it?
They're in here somewhere. I've never played it.
You should at some point.
Amazing.
Is there a reason that we still don't know his name? Is that
Yeah.
important?
Or
Are the cameras
isn't
still
it
filming?
not?
Yes.
Is it
They're
not
rolling.
important?
These are little sticks. Remember they were doing
They
Oh,
roll
yeah.
on.
Or is
Oh
it
my
not
God,
important,
this is so
so
cool.
it's not part of it? Are we
I
going to
wanna
hear his name and
play.
be like, oh my god?
More rocks. We'll look up the rules for this some other time.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh, and this was, I've actually never opened this. Have I? No, never opened this.
Oh, it's a laser flashlight.
Is that a laser, a little flashlight, a little blue light, LED light type thing? Not really sure what that does. Maybe you guys can tell me. I've never played with
It's a
it.
black light.
There's a few people.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Brian!
Yeah.
Does it show anything
What
on the
does
board?
it do? Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
What does it show?
Did you really not know that?
No, I
You can see other.
Okay!
There's like other
Why
symbols.
is he being such a...
You can see the blue better, kind of like in the vault. Right?
No, look, there's two
Yeah.
more crosses.
Two more.
There's 2 more, and there's another person.
That's a poop.
Something there.
What about the back?
There's a photo book in here, but you don't get to see that
What about the back?
because there could be spoilers in there. And then there's all the DVDs.
Oh my gosh. So
It's
people buy
broken.
this without
That's
having
good.
watched the show, and they might
No.
get spoiled.
Oh, why would they do that?
If they don't know when to.
I mean, yes, they could buy the kit and go,
Yes.
what's all this stuff? And then they spend the first few seasons going, I haven't seen any of this shit.
So can I take
Right.
this to hotels with me to just like check around the
Yeah.
bed? That there's not, like,
Do you really want to?
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't
that's
think you'd want to
what
sleep.
you want to do.
in there.
Wait, shine it on these.
take the
Oh yeah, shine it on these.
It's not gonna do anything.
All right, so we didn't get any of the things we wanted, Desmond.
No, absolutely not.
Nothing really in that episode.
So what else?
Just a million more questions.
Just
I
more
think.
questions. Kind of understand, but don't really. Which is, I guess, the theme of the show.
We'll come back to this later.
Yeah, I feel confused.
All right, we'll talk it through because I want you guys to understand before we go further.
I don't really care.
I think
to
I
be
understand. I
honest.
think we understand what we need to understand from it.
I don't really care about
Right?
that. I
Like-
just want to know what's happening to the characters we care about, you know? This didn't give us any answers, so fuck it. Let's
I
just
mean,
keep going.
I care about what's going on. It's kind of interesting to know the origin of the black smoke and like
You don't want my cinnamon rolls?
it's,
I haven't. I didn't want to be rude because they're so fucking good.
I rudely ate it on camera.
There's a whole pan of them.
Sorry, guys. I gotta go. There's a pan of cinnamon rolls
Yeah,
in the room.
I think we
and
need more.
They're from scratch, and they're
Is that
amazing.
yours?
Yeah.
Oh, is that mine?
Yeah, that's yours. I ate
Oh.
mine. I'm about to
No,
go
it's
for round
there.
2,
There's
bitch.
a whole pan.
Oh,
Yeah.
But,
watch out.
this. Right here.
Well, I
just
feel like
don't-
I understand what the episode was saying. I just don't understand how it makes sense to what, like,
What was it
I
saying?
feel like I understand, well, I understand the backstory, and I feel like the black smoke thing is not the guy like we thought. He was just taking the form of that guy basically to be darkness to Jacob. So he's like whoever, right?
But then it's like...
That he's whoever he can manipulate and like toy with, you know, based on, so obviously he comes to Jacob in that form. I wonder if he ever comes to Jacob in the form as the mom, but I bet the smoke mostly comes to the form as the brother.
But the whole point here is that
That Jacob's very flawed.
The smoke guy is still trying to get off the island, meaning that it seems like the brother's still trying to get off the island. And for whatever reason, he needs to kill all of the people that Jacob wrote down in order to do that. Meaning that maybe Jacob needs to find a replacement. And if he can't find a replacement, and then he, you know, retires, then there's nothing protecting the light, which
There's
is
nothing
kind of the
protecting the light,
dark,
right.
which gets him off the island. So
But Jacob fucked up by even letting the smoke get out of the cave. That was
Because
like bad on protecting the island, right?
Yeah, but like...
But
how it's relevant to what's happening to our characters is that John Locke is trying
Right.
to kill them because he wants to leave the island, so obviously he has
He
to
wants
kill
to
all
spread
of
the
Jacob's
evil.
possible replacements so that Jacob doesn't have one, and then once Jacob, I don't know.
So his goal is to put out the light.
But how will
For
Jacob
good.
retire if he doesn't have a replacement?
Jacob's dead.
But well, yeah, I guess he's dead.
I mean,
Oh yeah, so but the kid Jacob is still running around. But is that even Jacob or is that not Jacob?
but then it makes sense, and then I'm confused about like the rules of like, okay, they can't hurt each other, and that was the truth of the rule with him and the black smoke. Like, the
But
black
the black
smoke
smoke
couldn't
guy-
hurt him.
The brother's dead too. So if he's dead, how come he can leave the island? Unless he leaves the island in someone else's body. But he's not even
But
in
he's
someone
not
else's body.
even in
He's just
John's body.
He
That's
looks like John.
Right.
So it doesn't give us any...
This really doesn't give us anything.
We know you invest in these characters. Here's a bunch of shit that doesn't make sense.
I think
All
it
right,
really shows.
back to
I
the
think
story.
it really shows us Jacob's flaws, and yeah, basically the rules don't matter. Like nothing. It just seems like an accident.
rules are made up. And
Yeah,
Don't matter.
it just seems like everything
I know how
that's
this is gonna
happening
end
here
now.
is an accident.
all right.
I love
So what's
that.
gonna happen is something happens, and all of a sudden we're back to like the sideways reality. All the characters are alive, standing in a room. Either Jacob or the black smoke guy, or both of them, or neither of them, or the mother, or someone is in there. And then she's like, "I'm gonna leave now," and everyone in the room is like, "What about us?" And she's like, "What about you?" And then the show ends. Lost.
Nope. All of that. She says, "What about you?" And then Rose stands up and says, "Did anyone else think that sound was familiar?"
The fact that you're
We
making
won't because
this
he's talking
delightful,
about it.
exactly. The fact that you're making
You're talking
this
about it,
joke
so
right
it's
now.
not.
I don't
know,
know.
it's
Maybe he thinks that we won't think it'll happen if he says it.
What if
Yeah,
I
I
could
just-
edit that into the
This is too
episode
much
and
effort
somehow
for me.
trick you guys into believing that you're watching Hulu? That would be fucking amazing.
That would be
I
hilarious.
make up the finale.
That would be honestly so funny.
Like this
By
whole thing is a
editing
video.
shit.
This whole thing is a video. You put that in the video.
The little Hulu thing
put
going
the-
right
yes.
there.
You do
Oh my God.
the whole thing.
That'd be hilarious.
Time it all out so I get my phone out and here we go. Here's the finale.
Oh my god.
And it's
that
just
would
a
be
Rick roll.
Hilarious.
Hey, what's that sound?
Really look what's going down.
Oh my god.
All right, we're delusional.
Yeah, I
All right.
just
Next.
curious to see if how they're gonna work with that. I'm really curious to see.
I promise that was the last episode you will ever see where we don't see our main characters.
Okay.
There's what, 3 left?
That's good because I hate
Great.
retrospective episodes.
I really like them, but that one was like, I mean, I already
Frustrating.
didn't really like Jacob very much. I already thought he was kind of a hoax.
Yeah.
I mean, just like kind of like full of shit. I already kind of thought that.
And that just
And
makes you
this
feel like
just made
more
me feel
like
like, wow, he's not only full of shit, but he's also emotionally unstable.
Yep.
Like,
Also manipulated.
he also manipulated. Like, yikes, homie.
It does show you that there's like he's tempering his thing, and there's been other people before him, and it's just they're following blind commands like the button, basically.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
And, when did the Egyptians visit? And when did they... Because you remember when Ben went down to be tested to, confess or whatever. He went down into that cave, and he had never seen that before, and there was all this weird stuff. And then there were those holes poked in the floor where the smoke came out of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was some sort of Egyptian god, and then a squiggly thing. So... Did that mean
yeah.
that somehow the Egyptians created the squiggly thing, or had they interacted with the squiggly thing and had figured out how to contain it? I don't know. There's like a whole back history.
Wow, the black smoke guy
Well,
was clearly
also-
Alex in that part.
The god of fertility statue being on the island, and then the island having to do with babies not being born, and then her having twins is somehow
And then killing the mom.
related. Rock with a rock. Rocks are hard, and this one's
Alright.
hard to understand.
Let's just take a 10.
All right. Love you guys.
Let's take a brain break. Bye.
Bye.
So sad.
I have faith that everybody's gonna be alive at the end of the show.
Jesus Christ.
And everybody else comes back.